A new YouTube niche has been absolutely exploding lately. A fresh, highly engaging, trend-driven niche, and right now is the perfect time to jump in. You might be wondering, what niche am I talking about? Hold on, let's understand the story first. Recently, a video format called POV has gone massively viral. POV means the viewer isn't just watching the story, they are the main character. When this format is combined with dangerous, forbidden, or powerful roles like cartels, mafia, politics, or hidden behind-the-scenes worlds, the result is insane view counts that almost don't seem real. One successful example is the channel Odd Dude Explain, which managed to gain around 28,000 subscribers with only 27 videos. And what's crazy is that their very first videos were uploaded less than a month ago. Their most viewed videos have already passed 300,000 views in an incredibly short time. That alone shows this style is not just a trend, but a powerful one with a dedicated audience. And this isn't the only case. Another channel called Mr. POV Explainer has also gained more than 12,000 subscribers in the same short period. But why has this style become so popular? Because the viewer is placed directly inside the story, which dramatically increases excitement and curiosity. It doesn't require showing your face, it doesn't need complex equipment, and when viewers stay until the end, YouTube's algorithm absolutely loves it, pushing your video to even more people. So the real question is, how do you create videos like this? How can you stand out, be different, and get ahead of the competition? In today's video, I'm going to break down all the key tips and techniques of this POV style so you can start today. But before we jump into the tutorial, let's first watch a short example of what a POV video actually looks like.
This is you. The iron gates of Blackthorn maximum security prison clang shut behind you, sealing you into a concrete tomb buried deep in the Siberian tundra. The air reeks of frozen piss and despair, a biting cold that seeps through your orange jumpsuit like needles. You're no innocent. Framed or not, your hands are stained from a life of shadows, but nothing.
So the first step is choosing the right topic. You need topics your audience will instantly love and feel curious about. Topics where they actually want to imagine themselves in that role. With the POV format, you can place the viewer in all kinds of situations. As a prisoner, a mafia boss, or even inside scarier fictional scenarios. It all comes down to your imagination. That's why the first thing you should do is define your style. Do you want to fully immerse the viewer in horror or pull them into a crime-driven world? To find strong topics, you can use the prompt I've prepared for you. Just copy the title command and paste it into Grok. Then press enter. Instantly, you'll get a flood of ideas. And every time you run the More Ideas command, you'll receive even more fresh concepts. You can customize this prompt for any genre you want and basically create an unlimited idea bank that you can rely on forever. Now that we have our ideas, it's time to write the script. And this is the most important part of a POV story, so pay close attention. Your script must be written in a way that makes the viewer feel like they are truly inside the story. The first 3 to 5 seconds are critical. They must hook attention and create immediate tension. Use short sentences and natural pauses to keep the viewer engaged and prevent boredom. If you can write the script yourself, that's ideal. But if not, simply open the document I linked in the description, copy it, and paste it into Grok. At the end of the prompt, there's a specific section where you can insert your chosen topic to generate a full script. I select one idea, place it there, hit enter, and Grok immediately starts writing the script. This prompt generates the exact style of scripts used by successful POV channels, but make sure to add your own creativity and imagination so the final result feels personal and original. That's how your content becomes truly unique. Alright, now it's time to move on to the next step. Now that the script is ready, it's time to move on to the voiceover. Here's an important tip. If you can, always record the script yourself. When you do your own voiceover, you have full control over the emotional highs and lows of the story, and the audience connects much more naturally with the narrative. But if recording yourself isn't an option, you can absolutely use AI. As long as you follow a few key rules. The voice you choose must sound professional and match the mood of the video, and it should never feel robotic or artificial. For this, I personally use Google AI Studio. Once you enter the tool, simply click on the single speaker audio option. You can then listen to different voice samples and choose the one that best fits your video's atmosphere. One great advantage is that at the time I'm recording this video, the tool is completely free, so you can use it without paying anything. After that, just go back to Grok, copy your script, paste it into Google AI Studio, and click the Run button to generate the voice. The process usually takes about a minute, and once it's done, you can easily download the audio and use it directly in your video. Now we reach one of the most exciting parts of the training, creating images for our video. The goal is to help you grow faster and create a clear and unique distinction for yourself, so your content doesn't feel repetitive or generic like others. For this, we use a simple but powerful trick, using a fixed character across your videos. Instead of always relying on the same repetitive stick figures, create a dedicated character that belongs specifically to your channel. To start, go to the doc file and copy the character prompt. Then open Whisk, paste the prompt, and click Generate. As you can see, the character is created for you. The good thing is that you can customize the prompt and change the character style as well. You can also personalize it further using the Nano Banana tool. For example, I download my character, go into Gemini, select the Nano Banana tool, and upload the image to customize it. I want the character's face to look a bit rough, wear a white shirt, have tattoos on the face, and also add a hat. After pressing enter, the character is generated and ready to download. Now we move on to the next step, creating images for the video. We go back to the doc file, copy that image prompt, and paste it into Grok so that image generation prompts are created based on our scenario. In the next step, this tool generates 20 different prompts for me. Of course, you can select only part of the scenario text and generate as many prompts as you want. After the prompts are generated, simply copy them, go back to Whisk, and click Generate to create the images. If you want your custom character to appear exactly in the image, upload the character in the subject section and generate again. If the character doesn't appear the first time, just delete the first part of the prompt and generate once more. Now your character is placed inside the image, and you can create a variety of visuals for all your scenarios. You can also animate your images and combine visuals and video to create more engaging content. Now we move on to the next step, creating the thumbnail. For thumbnails, we also have a ready-made prompt inside the doc file. Just give it to Grok so it generates 3 thumbnail prompts for you. You can copy each prompt and use tools like Leonardo AI or even Whisk to create professional thumbnails for your videos. For better results, modify the prompts and personalize them with the help of Canva so they perfectly match the style of your video. Now it's time to move on to the final step. For the editing stage, I use CapCut, which in my opinion is one of the best options. First, from the import section, I bring all the images and the audio file into CapCut. I start the work with the audio file and place it on the timeline. Then I add the images to the timeline in order. Make sure that the aspect ratio is set to 16:9. When arranging the images, it is very important that full coordination between the audio narration and the visuals is maintained. If in the video you are watching this coordination is not perfectly accurate, it is because my goal was only to teach the content creation process, not to produce a final polished video. Now we move on to the next step. Using transitions is completely a matter of taste. Personally, I prefer not to use transitions and instead use keyframes to create movement. To do this, I select the first image and place a keyframe at the beginning of the clip, then move the timeline bar to the end of the image and slightly increase the scale value to create a smooth and natural zoom. For the next image, I do the exact opposite. That is, I start the image with a zoom and slightly zoom back out at the end. This combination helps the video have a better rhythm and not feel monotonous. After that, it's time for effects. Depending on taste, I usually use a very subtle noise effect and slightly reduce its speed, just to give the image a more appealing feel. In the next step, from the caption section, I click on the Generate option to create the subtitles. This step usually takes a bit of time, but after they are generated, be sure to review the subtitles, because sometimes they may contain spelling mistakes or incorrect words. Finally, from the template section, you can choose and customize the style and appearance of the subtitles. And that's it. Your video is now completely ready and you can export it in the highest quality. I hope this tutorial was useful for you and that you enjoyed it. This is one of the niches that has become extremely popular these days, so if you're planning to start YouTube, now is the best time. If you have any comments or suggestions, be sure to write them for me in the comments. I'll see you soon with a new video.
This is you. The iron gates of Blackthorn maximum security prison clang shut behind you, sealing you into a concrete tomb buried deep in the Siberian tundra. The air reeks of frozen piss and despair, a biting cold that seeps through your orange jumpsuit like needles. You're no innocent. Framed or not, your hands are stained from a life of shadows, but nothing prepared you for this hell. Guards in riot gear shove you forward, their batons humming with electric promise. "Welcome to the levels, fresh meat," one snarls, his breath fogging the air. "See how deep you sink before you break." Level 1. Intake. You strip naked under fluorescent lights that buzz like angry wasps, the chill raising goose flesh on your skin. Probes and scans invade every inch, cataloging you like livestock. A burly inmate with a shaved head and tattooed knuckles eyes you from the corner. Razor, they call him, a low-level enforcer for the Aryan crew. He smirks, testing you with a casual shove. You shove back, earning a nod. Survival starts here. Alliances or isolation? Your heart races, but you hide it. Which one are you, the fighter or the ghost? The descent begins. An elevator groans downward, the walls vibrating with distant screams. You clutch the rail, sweat beading despite the cold. Memories flicker, a warm bed in Moscow, a lover's laugh, the heist that went south. That spark, your obsession with freedom, honed from childhood escapes in the slums. But now, it's buried under layers of steel.